Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Before we get into the beer, I have a little announcement to make. It may make some of you sad, but the people that have bought the Greg's Beer Review bottle openers, I hope you like them and enjoy them, because the last three have left the building and there's not going to be any more. What has happened, guys, if it's a little, make a long story short, I ordered the last batch and sent the order in with what colors I wanted, and they shipped me two of the white ones instead of two of the orange ones. So when I contacted them, they said, "Oh, it's been hectic here. We're sorry. We'll send you two of the oranges at no charge. We're sorry." And I said, "Well, that's nice of you. I appreciate it." And never got them. So when I contacted them the other day, they basically said, "Well, once you send the white ones back, we'll send you the orange ones." Well, that's not how it works. That was your error, and you'd already promised me to send me the orange ones because it was your mistake, and then you reneged on it and said you're not going to do it. So I'm done with you. So with that being said, I'm going to probably try to get some pint glasses with Greg's Beer Review logos on them. So once I have those in, and I will be displaying them, I'll probably do a video about them. So everybody's got the bottle openers, enjoy them, because there's probably not going to be any more of them here, guys. This is a sad deal because I had a very good working relationship with Brian when he was there, and he left the company about a month or two ago, and seemed like it went downhill from there. So basically I'm severing ties with the BB Barfly, and I don't know how much longer you'll be seeing this little red one sitting up here. I may go to something else to open my beers. I kind of hate the way they do business now that Brian's left. So that's what I'm going to say about that. If any of y'all have any comments, you're more than welcome to post them, but I'm probably not going to be doing business with those guys anymore. So with that being said, let's get on a cheerful note and talk about this beer. This is a Mikkeller's Beer Hop Breakfast, and I've seen several different pictures of this beer and several different descriptions of this beer. On the bottom of the bottle it says Black India Pale Ale brewed with coffee, which is a black IPA with coffee added. Well, Beer Advocate and Rate Beer are calling this a stout, which is not correct. So I don't know if this is a stout in the bottle or if it's a black IPA. They are two definitely different styles, so I don't know what to expect till we get the cap off of this one and get a nose on it and see if it's more thicker, chewier like a stout's going to be, or if it's going to be kind of thin like an IPA with coffee and darker roasted malt in there. So we're going to find out here. This is a 7.5% by volume alcohol, ABV, and this comes from Norway. Mikkeller does a lot of different beers at several different breweries over there, more like a vagabond brewer, and he goes from brewery to brewery, and they produce his beers at different places. So I've not had a bad one from this guy. And his brother that does the Evil Twins, they both do excellent beers. So I don't think I'll be dissatisfied, even though it's got several different listings as a black IPA and a stout and all that. So we'll find out here. So let's get on with this one. Of course, the picture is shown in Beer Advocate is not even the bottle that I have here. So sometimes you have some miscommunication in what the beer is. So. This says it's an American stout, where it clearly says it's a black IPA on the bottle. So I'm gonna believe the bottle more than the site here. So I don't think I should go and tell you about stout qualities and the stout pairings. The black IPA is not technically considered a style yet. I mean, it's just a lot of either black patent malt or dark roasted malt in an IPA, and it's not technically a style yet. So let's get the cap off of this thing and see what this is about here, guys. Well, it looks like a stout in the glass. I mean, it really, really does. It's got a dark, dark head. A lot of your black IPAs, the head is not going to be quite that dark. Wow. Over into the light. I mean, a lot of your black IPAs have a lot of red, ruby tinges around it. You can see a little bit of light through it. This one is pretty dark. I can see just a slight hint of red around the outside of the glass. So, still undecided. It could be either one. Could be a stout, could be a black IPA. Looks really good in the glass. A lot of bubbles streaming up. Let's get a nose on it and see what we get. To me, very hoppy on the front end. I mean, but there is definitely some coffee and some chocolate, and it smells like a hoppy stout. It really does. Well, we might be able to determine something by the mouthfeel. It does have a big, strong, hoppy forward nose on this. Well, let's see if I can tell the difference. I'll give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. To me, it's more of a stout than a black IPA. To me, it tastes like a hoppy stout, like they've over-hopped or dry-hopped a stout. It's way too bitter for a stout, though, without that much hop presence. I do not have the IBUs, I do not think. The commercial description says oatmeal stout brewed with coffee. It doesn't say anything about a black IPA. So, kind of on the fence here about what it should be or what they're actually calling it. No IBUs listed anywhere on this, and the commercial description over here on Gregsbeer is written in Danish, I guess, because I cannot read it. Now I do recognize some of the words. There's Simcoe, Columbus. I recognize those two hops, and it does say oatmeal stout. So, very confusing as far as what this beer actually is. Is it a black IPA or is it an oatmeal stout? Nice lacing left on the glass. There is no date on the bottle, I don't think. I looked once. Wow. It does not taste like a black IPA, and it does not taste like a stout. It's like they poured half and half. It's like they took a black IPA and a stout and poured them together. Very interesting. Very heavy bitterness on this beer. Not characteristic to a stout, oatmeal stout. And a lot of coffee and chocolate and roasted malt. Well, you're going to get roasted malt in a black IPA, but I'm getting oats and chocolate, coffee, a little tobacco, maybe a little licorice in there. It's like it's got characteristics of both beers. So, well, let's right out of the fridge, and this is probably going to end up being a 15-minute video with that little intro about the openers in there. But I kind of had to get that off my chest. That's why you don't see the box up there anymore, and you're probably not going to see them around here anymore. And I may end up even selling this one. I'm not sure. kind of disappointed with those guys up there. So we're gonna let this warm up and see where it ends up. It's 40 degrees right out of the fridge, and stick around. I'll be right back and find out if this. Usually the Mikkeller beers usually get a pretty good grade for me, but this one is very confusing. Like it's on the fence. I don't know whether they want to call it a stout or an IPA. So stick around. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. This is a very interesting beer. It's like I said, it's like they taken a stout and a black IPA and poured them both together to get this concoction. So I don't know whether they're graded on the stout qualities or on the black IPA qualities, because it's got both. Very chocolatey, very roasted malt backbone on this one. There is some black IPA qualities with the hoppiness that's in the beer. So let's do the final chug here. It's thin like a black IPA, but it's got the nice chocolate roastiness of a stout. Got the oatmeal in there. To me, it's like a half and half, so I really don't know how to grade it for one or the other. So, guys, it doesn't have a date on it, but it's a 7.5%, and if it's a stout, it's really not that critical. But if it's a black IPA, it is that critical. So, I'm gonna be a little harsher on it than some of the reviews of the people that have reviewed it so far. To me, I'm gonna give it to 8, which is the A minus. It's probably a 9 or even a 10 beer, but I don't know which way to go, whether I should grade it on the stout qualities or the black IPA qualities. So it is what it is, and that's where I'm going to leave it as 8 and A minus. If it's a black IPA, it needs to have a date on the bottle. If it's a 7.5% stout, it's really not that critical. Would like to have the year on it anyway, but it is what it is. So let's go over and see what the other guys say. And like I said, the other guys are calling it a stout, not a black IPA like it has on the label of the bottle. And there are several different variations of the pictures that I've seen. Rate Beer has one picture of a bottle. It doesn't look anything like this one. And Beer Advocate has another picture. So I don't know how many different variations of the bottles that are produced or what. So a lot of mystery to this beer as far as I'm concerned. Rate Beer says 99 overall and 100 in the style. I'm not going to agree with that. And Beer Advocate says it's 91, which is outstanding. I agree, it's a pretty tasty beer, and if I had to put a number on it, I would go with the 91. Definitely not a 99 or 100 as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't fit the typical stout style, and it doesn't fit the typical black IPA style with as much roasted malt and oats and stuff that's in this beer. So it's like a best of both. So maybe they're going to try to invent a new style there, a black IPA stout. So I don't know, guys. So it was very tasty. I did enjoy the beer, but really don't know how to grade this beer accordingly, since it's got one thing on the label and another thing on the site, and it's got two different tastes melded together. So it is what it is. If you've had this beer, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it, didn't like it. And also give me some comments back if you'd like to see some Gregsbeerreviews pint glasses. I'm interested in doing some 20 ounces like I have here, not just a 16 ounce typical, and get the logo and stuff put on there. So if you'd like to see some of those become available, give me some comments back on that. And as always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.